Hey, what's up, guys? Late for everything, back here again with another video. I'm here to talk about 3 times I got scammed. Now, getting scammed is pretty annoying because it makes you feel gullible. And that, in my opinion, that's one of the worst ways to go out. You know what I'm saying? You try to be nice or you try to get something and it completely explodes in your face. No homo pause.
Hey yo, what
But
the fuck?
I'm gonna just go through the couple ways I got scammed. I got scammed 3 times now. 3 times. That's not that many, but trust me, the impact is trauma inducing. But anyways, the first time I got scammed was a long time ago in a World at War lobby back on my Xbox 360. I was playing zombies, World at War zombies with this guy, and he had a modded tool or something, and he was able to give us perks, give us the ray gun, all this stuff. And then he was telling 11-year-old me, oh yeah man, I can give you all these mods if you want, all these mods. All you would need to do is give me 1,600 Microsoft points. And I was like, dang, that's $20, bro. And back then, my parents would give me an allowance if I would mow the lawn and do my chores. So I mowed the lawn and did my chores for like a month straight, which I mean, I would do it anyway, but I did it this time to try to collect these mods I had because I already had a lot of money saved up, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to get these mods. So like I was saving up extra. I did more chores so I can get the money like instantly. I like cleaned the house, did all my homework on time, even though that didn't really like count towards my chores, but it was just an extra bonus to tell my parents, look, I'm actually trying and stuff. Whatever, I did all these things and cleaned the house, walked the dog, washed the dog, um, cleaned my room, cleaned the bathrooms, cleaned the kitchen, washed all the dishes for like a whole week. And then they're like, you know what? You earned it. Here's $20. And I was like, oh, okay, sick. Mom, can you take me to the oh no, I asked my brother. I was like, yo, bro, can you take me to the GameStop so I can buy these Microsoft points? He's like, all right, for sure. And then he takes me to the GameStop. I buy the Microsoft points. I message the guy. I'm like, hey, bro, here, I got the code right here. He's like, all right, join this party and tell me the code in person. I was like, oh, for sure, got it. He's like, all right, join this lobby so I can give it to you and stuff. And I was like, bet, bet, bet. And then he shows me all the mods and stuff. And I was like, all right, I sent it to you. And out of nowhere, he left the lobby. And I was like, what the heck? And I was like, all right, whatever. And I had all the mods. And I was like, okay. And then I made it to like round 35. And then I died. And I was like, what the flip flop? And then, so then, whatever, the game ends. And then I try to join another game. And I don't have the mods. And I was like, what the heck? So then I hit the guy up. I'm like, "Hey, bro, I don't have the mods anymore. Like, what happened?" And then I noticed that he changed his gamer tag, and like, I don't know, the gamer tag was like basically like inactive. Like his profile was inactive, and I was like, "What the flip?" And I was like, "Hey, bro, what happened?" And then I realized it. I was like, "Oh man, come on, bro." And I messaged him like 3 times. I was like, the first time I was like. It was like I was going through the 5 stages of grief. The first time I was like in denial. I was like, "Oh, come on, bro. Don't do this to me. Like, come on, man. I spent my hard-earned money to try to get those money, you know?" And then I was like angry. I was like, "F you, man. Like, I don't care. Like, why you gotta be like that, dude? Like, I worked my ass off and all this stuff." And then the end, I just accepted it, and I just knew he scammed me. So I was just like, ah, whatever. It's like nothing's gonna happen if I keep messaging this guy or interacting with this guy. So I kind of just moved on. Now, the second time I got scammed was at my old workplace at Home Depot. I was uh I was just trying to park for my shift. And I've noticed man approaches me in a white van and he's all like, "Hey bro, you want a free Apple Watch?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, yeah, bro, I got a free Apple Watch. Like, you want it? Like, I got a bunch of them. Like, you want one? And I was like, yeah, for sure. If it's for free, yeah, I'm down. And I get off and I talk to him. And then he shows me the Apple Watch. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty nice, huh? Wear it, wear it. And I put it on. I was like, damn, this is pretty sweet, bro. And he's like, open it, open it. And I was like, oh, okay, for sure. And I open it. And he's like, oh, put it on, man. And he's like, oh, it looks pretty nice on you, dude. It looks really good on you. And I was like, thanks, man. And then I was like, for sure. And then he's all like, how much would you give me for it? And I was like, what? You just said you were gonna give it to me for free. He's like, oh, come on, man. Nothing comes for free. And I was like, dude, you just said you're gonna give it to me. He's like, come on, bro. You gotta give me something. And I was like, fine, I'll give you $80. He's like, $80 for an Apple Watch, bro? Come on. They go for like, I don't know how much they go for. And then I was all like, bro, come on. You said you're gonna give it to me for free. Just take the $80. He's like, how about I throw on some AirPods with them? And I was like, fool, the most I'll give you is 120. He's like, bro, come on. It's a Apple Watch and a Apple AirPods, bro. Come on now. And I was all like, dude, come on, 120. He's like, bro, you can't just give me like 200. And I was like, dude, nah, bro. You said you were gonna give them for free and now you're trying to like charge me? He's like, come on, bro. They're brand new. And I was like, all right, I'll give you 150. He's like, at least give me 180. And I was like, fine, whatever. And then I take out some money and I give him like $100. And I was like, all right, I had to take out the 80 inside. And then whatever, I give him the 80. And then whatever, some time goes by. I try to like take out because it comes with different size like buds. So I try to take off the bud and I break the little AirPod. And so then I go to the Apple store and try to fix it. And they're all like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Carrillo. These AirPods are counterfeit, so we really can't do anything for you." And I was like, "Bruh, like, it's just so annoying getting scammed because you feel like such an idiot afterwards. Like, you feel like you're so gullible. Like, anyone just can take advantage of you. No homo pause. But it's just so annoying getting scammed." And then this recent time I got scammed was and I should have known better. I really should have known better, honestly. But this is the worst one. Cause whatever, I'm just chilling on my pad and out of nowhere, um, this account hits me up. It's this friend I used to know at Home Depot, my old job. And he was all like, hey bro, what's up? And I was like, yo, and I was excited to talk to him because he would always give me like he would always like motivate me to like be better and do better at the gym and stuff, even though he was kind of a dick at the same time. But he would always motivate me and stuff to do better. And he was like, yo, and I was like, what's up? And he's also like a Marine, so I was like, I believed this person, which this impersonator basically. And he's like, what's up, bro? How you been? I was like, I'm pretty good. And he's all like, hey, I got a favor to ask you. And I was like, what the heck? And then he's all like, bro, so long story short, my account got hacked and I can't use my card and I need some money or whatever. And I was like, and it was even more suspicious because it said he used AI to uh say or type out what he was saying. But in my mind, I was just like, ah, whatever, it's the homie. He's like, yeah, I need $150 because, I just need it right now. And I was like, all right, for sure. What's your Venmo or whatever, your cash or your Zelle? He's like, oh, this is my Zelle. And it was a different name. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, ah, whatever it is. And then I prayed to God. I was like, you know what, dear Lord, I hope this money goes in good faith. And I hope I get my return. And if not, please let this be uh like a lesson or something on the person. Not trying to like curse the person who did it or anything, which what they did was wrong, but just to be like a lesson that they shouldn't take advantage of people. Whatever it is. I sent him the $150 and then he tries to call me like 30 minutes later and then he sends a couple messages saying, "Hey, bro, it didn't go through and stuff." And I was like, "What?" But I didn't open them. And then I waited for my friend Ariel to come because we were gonna go to the gym. It was right before I posted that gym video of us balling up or whatever. And then he comes through, and I explained the story to him, and he's like, "Oh, dude, it sounds like you got scammed." And I was like, "No way." And I was like, "Look at the messages." And then as soon as I show him, he deleted all the messages in the account, and I was like, "Yep, I guess you're right, bro. I did get scammed." And it just sucks so much because like I was already having like financial issues at the time. Like I'm going through financial issues right now. Like times are really tough right now, and work has been really annoying. Like it hasn't really been stressing me out, it's just been really annoying. Like, you know, I'm getting stacks and stacks of orders, so like my mind isn't really like 100 right now. I'm like, I'm just there to work, and I'm there to get my orders done, and then my higher ups are trying to stress me out, but it's not working because like at this point I don't really care. I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna let you bother me more. I'm just gonna do what I can, and if I can't finish, then I can't finish. You guys can get mad, but what can I do? I'm only human, you know? You guys can't treat me like an unstoppable force, because I'm not an unstoppable force, okay? I know my limits. Like, I have limits. I'm a human being, and they're trying to treat me like a literal slave. Like, I have no rights and stuff, but I know, you know, maybe like this job really is keeping me afloat. You know, it's helping me pay my bills, but at the end of the day, it's not my whole life, you know, because I have my own personal life, but they're trying to take that away from me and trying to make me just be about work when it's not gonna work, man. Because, you know, I have a personal life and I really enjoy my personal life, and you know what, but recently I just haven't been all there too, which kind of sucks. Like the job has been really affecting my mental state, but at the end of the day, i just gotta I just gotta separate work from actual reality, because like how they treat me is so horrible. Like they don't treat me with any respect. They think I'm a terrible worker. They think I'm disrespectful, when in reality I'm just giving them the same like treatment, and I'm acting the way they are acting. Like, but I'm acting even better because at least like I try to work. They just stand around and just like be on their phone flirting with women that are old, and I'm over here like actually trying to do stuff, like trying to work and stuff, but they don't see that. But it's fine. This is just something that I have to get past. But anyways, that's it for everything. I hope you have a good one. Stay blessed, stay dressed, and never be moneyless. All right, appreciate you guys. Peace out.